Portugal, a land of sun-drenched beaches, melancholic fado music, and the tang of salt air. But beneath this familiar surface lies a history as rich and complex as the azulejos that adorn its buildings. It's a history of vanished kingdoms, of cultures clashing and blending, of power won and lost. These stories, often overlooked, are essential to understanding the soul of Portugal. Let us unearth these forgotten chapters, peeling back the layers of time to reveal the lost kingdoms that shaped this land. Our journey begins long before Portugal existed, in a time when the Iberian Peninsula was a tapestry of warring kingdoms. The Romans left their mark, their language and laws echoing through the ages. But it was the Visigoths who would lay the foundation for a unified Iberian kingdom, albeit one destined to be short-lived. Their story, and the stories of those who followed, are woven into the very fabric of Portugal, waiting to be rediscovered. The Visigoths, a Germanic people who had carved their way through Europe, established their kingdom in Iberia in the 5th century. They brought with them their own traditions, a warrior culture tempered by a growing embrace of Christianity. Their capital, Toledo, became a center of learning and law, a beacon of civilization in a turbulent world. The Visigothic reign saw the unification of the Iberian Peninsula under a single code of law, and the flourishing of a unique cultural blend of Roman, Germanic, and Christian influences. However, their kingdom, built on conquest, would ultimately fall prey to a new force sweeping across North Africa, the Moors. In the 8th century, the Moors, with their armies and their faith, swept across the Strait of Gibraltar. The Visigothic kingdom, weakened by internal strife, crumbled before their advance. In their wake, the Moors brought a new culture, a new language, and a new faith to the Iberian Peninsula. Southern Portugal, known as Al-Andalus under Moorish rule, flourished. The Moors were skilled architects, astronomers, and poets. Their cities, like Lisbon and Silves, became centers of learning and trade, their streets alive with the sounds of commerce and the murmur of prayers. The legacy of their 500-year reign is etched into the architecture, the language, and the very soul of Portugal. Even as the Moorish star ascended, the embers of resistance flickered in the north. A young warrior named Afonso Henriques, descended from Visigothic nobility, took up the sword against the Moors, determined to carve out a kingdom of his own. In 1139, at the Battle of Urique, Afonso's forces triumphed against the Moors. He declared himself King Afonso I of Portugal, a small, defiant kingdom clinging to the Atlantic coast. This marked the birth of Portugal, a nation forged in the fires of reconquest, its identity forever linked to its struggle for independence. While Afonso Henriques and his successors pushed south, reclaiming territory from the Moors, the Algarve, the southernmost region of Portugal, followed a different path. Isolated from the rest of the country by mountains and a strong Moorish presence, the Algarve developed a unique character, a blend of cultures and traditions unlike anywhere else in Portugal. Even after its incorporation into the Portuguese kingdom in the 13th century, the Algarve retained a degree of autonomy, its people fiercely independent and proud of their mixed heritage. This unique history is evident in the region's architecture, its music, and its cuisine, a delicious fusion of Moorish and Portuguese flavors.